Nobody knows Fort Lauderdale better than the people who live and play here, which is why every year the Fort Lauderdale magazine comes out with a best of Fort Lauderdale list handpicked by the locals. There's a number of different categories, but in this specific video, I'm gonna be going over the winners of the food and drink category for the 2023 issue. I'll be diving into a few of the other categories and posting some updated videos when the 2024 issue drops in August. So if you wanna get notified when those videos are posted, or just follow along as I continue creating some of the best content about Fort Lauderdale, make sure to subscribe. Now this is quite the list, going over a ton of food and drink options here in Fort Lauderdale. So to make it a little bit easier on you, I've separated all the subcategories in the chapters of this video. So if you'd rather not watch the entire video, just go to those chapters and find what you're most interested in. All right, so to kick this off, the best restaurant in Fort Lauderdale by the people of Fort Lauderdale is Dune by Laurent Tourondel. Now I haven't personally been there, but I have heard a lot about that place recently, so I might actually have to go check this place out. But supposedly, best in Fort Lauderdale. All right, now diving into the best Mexican food restaurant, it's gonna go to El Camino. El Camino is honestly one of my favorites too. I go there quite often. The happy hour is honestly probably the best happy hour in all of Fort Lauderdale. All right, the next two subcategories are the best brewery in town and the best beer in general, and that's gonna go to Invasive Species. And for those of you who don't necessarily like beer, the best cocktail is gonna go to Twice Removed, and the best wine list is gonna be Sidewalk Bottle Shop over off of Progressive Drive. Believe it or not, this next place I've only been to one time in my entire 2 years of living in Fort Lauderdale, which is kind of crazy to me, but the best bar to people watch at is Elbow Room. Now you probably have heard of Elbow Room, but if you haven't, it is one of the most iconic bars in Fort Lauderdale. It's literally like part of Fort Lauderdale's history. It's been around probably longer than you have. Now I love coffee. There's a bunch of really good coffee spots around Fort Lauderdale, but the best coffee shop on this list goes to Wells Coffee Company. All right, the best seafood in town is gonna go to Lobster Bar Sea Grill. That is right off Las Olas Boulevard. So if you're swinging over to Las Olas Boulevard, you want some seafood, go check that place out. Hey, and for those of you sport lovers out there, if there's a big game on and you wanna go watch it at a nice sports bar, you can go check out Bo Camper's Sports Bar and Grill. Always, I mean, they got like 100 TVs in there. It's a great place to watch a game. And for those of you who can't resist a good bite to eat or a good drink on a rooftop, the best rooftop lounge is gonna go to Rooftop at 1 West Las Olas. And because being on the water is so important to a lot of people here in Fort Lauderdale, the best waterside dining is gonna go to Shooter's Waterfront. All right, guys, that pretty much wraps it up. I just went through the list and showcased, a couple of the spots that I've been, a couple of good picks. But if you want the entire list, again, it's gonna be in the description of this video. And with that being said, I'll see you guys in the next one.